Your cat is stalking you. Right now, somewhere in your home, there is a small furry creature tracking your every move. You go to the bathroom. It follows. You walk to the kitchen. It's already there. You sit down. It plants itself directly on top of you. And the wild part? Most people have no idea why. This isn't random. This isn't cute coincidence. What your cat is doing has a real, deep, almost ancient explanation. And once you understand it, you will never look at your cat the same way again. Cats were never meant to be social. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Cats were never supposed to be social animals. Out in the wild, their closest relatives, lions being the big exception, live alone. They hunt alone. They sleep alone. They survive alone. The domestic cat, scientifically speaking, is hardwired for solitude. So why is yours glued to your hip? That question puzzled scientists for years. Because dogs made sense. Dogs evolved alongside humans over tens of thousands of years. Their brains literally changed to bond with us. But cats? Cats kind of just showed up one day. About 10,000 years ago, when humans started storing grain, mice arrived. And where mice arrived, wild cats followed. No human invited them. They invited themselves. And something unexpected happened during that arrangement. Some cats started tolerating humans, then getting closer, then bonding. But here's the twist. Unlike dogs, cats never fully rewired their brains for us. Researchers at the University of Lincoln in England ran a study comparing how cats and dogs respond to their owners. Dogs showed classic attachment behavior. They got stressed when their owners left. They calmed down when they returned. Cats? The results were completely different. Cats showed almost no measurable anxiety when separated from their owners. So does that mean your cat following you is meaningless? Absolutely not. It just means the reason is far more interesting than simple attachment. You are their emotional compass. The first real reason your cat follows you everywhere comes down to something called social referencing. This is a behavior where an animal looks to another trusted figure to understand how to feel about the world. Human babies do this all the time. When a toddler falls down, they look at their parent's face before deciding whether to cry. If the parent looks calm, the baby calms down. If the parent looks scared, the baby cries. It's a survival tool built into the brain, the predator that is also prey. The second reason is rooted in something even older. Cats are both predators and prey. Think about that for a second. They hunt mice and birds, yes. But out in nature, they are also hunted by foxes, coyotes, eagles, and larger cats. This dual reality shaped their brain in a very specific way. They are always tracking movement. Always noting who is where. Always keeping tabs on anything that could be a threat or a resource. When your cat follows you, they are partly doing what their instincts have always done, monitoring the most significant creature in their environment. You are the biggest, most unpredictable thing in their world. You open doors, you produce food, you make loud sounds, you bring in strange smells from outside. From a cat's perspective, keeping an eye on you is just excellent survival strategy. But wait, it gets even more layered than that. Your cat thinks you are a cat. There's a researcher named John Bradshaw, a cat behavior scientist at the University of Bristol, who spent years studying how cats perceive their owners. His conclusion was startling. Cats don't think of us as their owners. They don't even think of us as humans. Most cats appear to perceive their human as another cat. Just a very large, very strange, somewhat unpredictable one. The science of feline love. Now here's where it gets emotional, and I mean that scientifically. Researchers have measured oxytocin levels in cats during interaction with their owners. Oxytocin is the chemical your brain releases when you feel love, warmth, and deep connection. It's the same chemical that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn baby. It's sometimes called the bonding hormone. And cats produce it when they spend time with their people. A study from Oregon State University found that the majority of cats show clear signs of secure attachment to their owners, similar to what you see in young children bonded to their parents. When their owner was present, cats explored more freely. When their owner left, some cats showed visible signs of stress. When their owner returned, they sought contact. That is not indifference. That is love. Quiet, feline, misunderstood love. So when your cat follows you to the bathroom at 6 in the morning and stares at you with those slow, unblinking eyes, that is not weirdness. That is affection. That is trust. They are reading your scent map. There's another layer to this story, and it has to do with scent. Cats experience the world primarily through smell in a way humans can barely comprehend. A cat's nose contains around 200 million scent receptors. Humans have about 5 million. Their world is painted in smells we cannot even begin to detect. And one of the things they track most closely through scent is the people they trust. When you move around your home, you leave a trail of scent. On the couch cushion where you sat, on the floor where you walked, on the kitchen counter where you rested your hand. Your cat is not just following your body. It is following your scent map. It is reading the story of where you have been, what you touched, what you brought home on your clothes. Every time your cat presses its head against your leg, it is also depositing its own scent on you. It is marking you, not in a possessive ownership way, in a "this person belongs to my safe world" way. That behavior even has a name. It's called bunting. When a cat rubs its face against you, it's using scent glands located along its forehead, cheeks, and chin to mark you as part of its safe zone. And cats primarily bunt things they feel comfortable with. You are being tagged as home. Your cat has memorized your schedule. Now here is a fact that sounds impossible but is completely true. Your cat has learned your schedule. Not consciously, not the way you might memorize a timetable, but through pattern recognition that their brain is extraordinarily good at. Cats have an internal clock, a biological sense of time tied to light cycles, hunger, and repetition. They know roughly when you wake up. They know when you usually eat. They know when you tend to leave the house and when you come back. Following you is partly how they track those patterns in real time. You are a living calendar, and they are consulting you constantly. This also explains why some cats become more clingy at specific times of day. Right before you usually feed them, they may follow more intensely. Right before you typically leave for work, they might stick closer. They are not being needy. They are being precise. The power of simply being near you. And there is one more reason, perhaps the most quietly beautiful one of all. Cats in the wild spend enormous amounts of time simply being near other cats they trust. Not always touching, not always interacting, just being in proximity. It's called passive togetherness, and it is one of the primary ways social animals communicate safety to each other. No words needed, no gestures needed, just presence. When your cat follows you to your home office and curls up on the floor 3 feet away from your desk, it doesn't need anything from you in that moment. It doesn't want food or play or attention. It just wants to be near you. Because near you, everything feels okay. The world is manageable. The territory is safe. That is one of the purest expressions of trust that exists in the animal kingdom. The choice that changes everything. Think about what it means that this creature, this independent, self-sufficient ancient predator, chooses to spend its time in your orbit. It was built for solitude. It can survive alone. It does not need you the way a dog might need you. And yet, it follows you. It finds you. It stays. There is something a scientist named Kristen Vitale discovered that I want you to sit with for a moment. Her research showed that when cats are given a choice between food, toys, scent, and human social interaction, more than half of them choose the human. Not the food, not the toy. The person. A creature with 200 million scent receptors and hunting instincts, older than civilization, looks at all the options in front of it and picks you. That choice is not random. That choice is not instinct overriding intelligence. That choice is something that looks, feels, and functions remarkably like preference, like wanting, like love expressed in the only language a cat knows how to speak. You are its home. So the next time your cat follows you down the hallway, stops when you stop, watches you with those ancient eyes, and then quietly settles near your feet, remember what you now know. It is not being weird. It is not being clingy. It is doing something deeply biological, emotionally complex, and evolutionarily fascinating. It is treating you as its compass, its colony mate, its safe place, and its chosen companion in a world full of uncertainty. You are not just its human. You are its home, And maybe the most surprising thing about all of this is not what your cat is doing. It's what that behavior reveals about the extraordinary, unlikely, and deeply underestimated bond between two species who were never supposed to connect at all. Yet here you are, following each other through life, one room at a time.